Hello, everyone. This is Alexis Hutchinson with the FYE Talks podcast, and we're really excited today to be talking about Phi Theta Kappa. This is another awesome program here on campus you can take advantage of as a student, and we're still going strong despite the pandemic. And so I'm going to let the members of Phi Theta Kappa here introduce themselves, but remember to tune in every Tuesday and Thursday at 1 p.m. for another awesome episode. So would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Yes, my name is Kevin Parrott. I'm the lead advisor for the local Phi Theta Kappa chapter on campus.
And I'm Charles Truen, and I'm the local president chapter of Phi Theta Kappa.
Awesome. So Kevin, can you give us a little bit of an explanation as to what is Phi Theta Kappa? I'm sure students have heard about it, but can you give us kind of a breakdown of what it is, how long it's been on campus, things like that?
Sure. It's actually the nation's oldest and largest honor society for community college students. So for the last 102 years, it turns 102 this year, Phi Theta Kappa has recognized the scholastic achievements of community college students. So if you do get an invite, they go out via email and snail mail. So they go every semester, they go out. And again, it's the nation's oldest and largest honor society, 102 years old, and it's been at ECTC for 35 years.
Oh, that's amazing. I can't think of another program that has been around that long as far as like clubs and things like that.
Yes, and we're one of the few only, that are active every single semester.
Awesome. And so with Phi Theta Kappa, what is the goal of Phi Theta Kappa? Students join it. Obviously, we see a little bit of community engagement, academics, things like that. But what can students expect to get in terms of benefits? And Kevin or Kyle, you could kind of chime in either one.
Well, I tell you what, the number one reason that people are invited to Phi Theta Kappa is because it recognizes their scholarship, their scholastic achievements.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, that's where I think the true benefits come in. It's one thing just to say, hey, I'm on the honor roll or I'm on the honor society. However, Kyle can actually talk a little bit about this. You actually get free, what they call professional development training once you become a member. Now, I am a member myself when I was attending ECTC back in the 90s. So not only that just proves right there, I like it so much that when I started working at ECTC beginning 14 years ago, they asked me to be the advisor for Phi Theta Kappa, and I so graciously accepted that offer. So again, after you get accepted via your good grades, and I'll go over more of that soon, you actually get to have professional development training that you could add to a resume, which is very important if you don't have true work experience yet going into the job market.
Well, that's fantastic. And that would look good on a scholarship resume or a traditional resume.
Yes, and I'll just bring it up. Kyle, who's on this as well, he actually went through what they call 5-star competitive edge, and that was through some of that professional development training. And actually, he did it faster than any other student in ECTC history. So Phi Theta Kappa awarded him both with the 5-star competitive edge pin, plus his diploma, and he had another special pin because he did it so quickly. So what that did, it trained him on things like soft skills. For example, a lot of people, if you go to a meeting, say a business meeting, and you see that there's a president of a company and the vice president. Well, who do you talk to first? What do you say to them? How do you eat? How is the silverware arranged? Things like that. So Kyle went through that, and he obtained that late last fall and completed that entire program.
That's amazing. Can you give us a little bit of information about that, Kyle? What you were thinking when you were going through it, what you learned, anything like that?
Sure, I can do that. When I was going through that program, there was a lot of stuff about information about leadership, about time management, and about other activities rating like soft skills. And previously, I was a captain in JRTC, so I already had a little bit of experience of leadership and time management and all the other soft skills. So it's pretty easy for me, but other people who want to do that can be more excelling in achievements like that.
That's fantastic. It sounds like it built on skills that you already had, but like you said, I mean, a student who really wasn't familiar with that kind of information, it would have been really great learning experience to learn some of those more detail-oriented pieces. Like I don't know if I could sit down and tell you which silverware to use at a professional banquet, but that's fantastic. And so speaking from either of you, what do you feel like are the greatest benefits to this as far as, do you see a lot of community building? It's with this pandemic, I know a lot of people are feeling like they're just completely removed from community. We don't see it on the campus that much due to safety and things like that. So, can you kind of elaborate more on how you can grow both as a student, both as a young professional as well?
Well, let me tell you this. I know that once people are in Phi Theta Kappa, one of the, of course, like I said, scholarship is one of the hallmarks that it's known for, but also fellowship. So what we do, we work with other groups on campus. We've paired with student government in the past. We've paired with community groups. We've even went to local daycare facilities and read stories to the children about Eastern Kentucky, just different things like that so that we do get out into the community. And of course, once the COVID restrictions relax, we will go back out again as we did before. We're doing more electronic versions now, to get back into the community. But we could talk about real quick, there's a current thing that we're working on, the local chapter, and it's going to connect, they're going to create paths that connect ECTC, EC3, and the Hardin County Public Library. It's going to be called the Bluegrass Honor Trail. And Kyle, as president of the local chapter, we're actually working on that now so that not only will students here, if they need a break, they could walk on this path right next to our Learning Resource Center. That's where it starts. But not only for that, but if you need a break, you can get away from the campus or walk to the other areas. And it also encourages, activity, working out and things like that. But Kyle, it started before Kyle was president, and he's actually the one that's going to complete that project. So again, he's working with EC3, Hardin County Public Library, and other different entities and again, a community project to do that Bluegrass Honor Trail.
Yeah, and it's called the Honors and Action Project. And we're doing the latency for the next generation to finish it and make sure it stays up to date and make sure all the flowers and trees and the paint is still ready and clean and most professional.
That's fantastic. That is really amazing. And that's such a wonderful project to incorporate all these different resources that ECTC is connected with. That is really awesome. And so, are there any other projects that you guys are thinking about working on, or anything that you're really looking forward to, or Kyle, that you're excited to bring to ECTC's campus?
Well, currently working on the books for the college students. We're going to be shipping them soon in
Yeah,
February.
and I'll bring up that too. We do 2 projects per year. Kyle already brought up the big one, which is the Honors in Action Project. That's something that we do. It's more community involved. So it brings in other groups outside of our college. However, he just mentioned the book drive. What we do, we put book donation boxes outside of the bookstore and at other places around campus. If people cannot return their books, they put their books in here in those boxes, and then we ship them out to other colleges and in different countries where people cannot afford the textbooks. So again, it's another fundraising project. The local chapter gets $1 per book, yet they're giving students around the world who can't afford textbooks an opportunity to continue to learn.
That is wonderful. And I know that that's going to really be a gateway to a lot of opportunities for a lot of students. So that's fantastic. And so, just to kind of wrap up our episode here and bring more awareness to Phi Theta Kappa, would both of you kind of give a general idea if a student were to say, yeah, I'm thinking about Phi Theta Kappa, I don't really know why I would join, just kind of giving them words of encouragement and, bringing them into this project and something like what could they expect to, who could they expect to be, I guess is what I'm trying to say, when they leave? How is this going to really develop them as a student?
Let me just start and say this, that you know how a lot of people, they'll join a gym and they'll keep paying that fee, but they never really go and get the benefits. It's the same way with Phi Theta Kappa. You pay a one-time fee. It's a one-time fee. I paid it when I was a student, and guess what? It lasts a lifetime. And I cannot tell you how much money I've gotten back from that one small investment. So it continues to the rest of your life. Again, I'm 20 plus years in Phi Theta Kappa, and it's still benefiting me. So when they come in, they can actually become a part of these projects and the more you get involved, Kyle will tell you, he'll back me up, the more you get involved, the more you can put on your resume. And the more, if you get asked questions in an interview, you could tell stories of how you developed projects, how you were a leader, how you brought a team together, how you, worked with other cultures. there's so much you can gain from doing this, and that would actually benefit you in the job market.
Can I say something too?
Yes.
You also did that recommendation, like the Phi Theta Kappa Dolan Team membership pin, that the Phi Theta Kappa membership certificate recognition during the introduction ceremony, opportunity to wear Phi Theta Kappa graduation medal, official Phi Theta Kappa seal placed on the college diploma, that the career training, transfer to sets, and learn leadership qualities.
Yes.
Hey, discounts with it too. Like, remember discounts like Dido, Bank America, National Enterprise Scholarships, Dell, Hertz, International Scholarships.
Well, that's amazing. It sounds like the benefits are just leaps and bounds for students, like the kind of the stars are the end. And so that's really awesome that we see so many wonderful opportunities from an organization that we have access to on our own campus. And so I highly encourage everyone to check out Phi Theta Kappa. Who can they go to for more information if they're interested in joining, or if they just like more information about the program?
If they have any questions about joining, like I said, we send out once a semester 2 emails from Phi Theta Kappa and 1 snail mail letter through the U.S. Postal Service. It welcomes them into the society. Again, they only have to pay a one-time membership fee, but the benefits last a lifetime. And any student that you can talk to, they will tell you over and over again that investment is very small, because you get back so many times more in value and in just efforts and time and everything else that you can put on a resume, and that will help you in your career. So again, just contact myself. It's Kevin Parrott. That's Kevin Parrott, Parrett. Of course, you know the rest, at kctcs.edu. They can just email me. If they haven't received an invite, I'll let them know when they're going out, or I can check on their specific GPA to see if they're eligible to be a part of the Phi Theta Kappa.
Fantastic. And so what parameters do students need to be working on in order to be accepted into the program? What does that GPA requirement look like?
It begins at 3.25, 3.25 to 4.0. And you have to take at least 12 college credit hours at college level classes, which is 100 level and above. So if you get your first semester knocked out and you earn a 3.25 to 4.0, then you will receive that invite automatically.
Awesome. So definitely be checking out your student email, making sure you're looking for that. And just to plug a little awareness so people know, Phi Theta Kappa is one of the only legitimate honor societies, correct? You hear a lot of students getting these emails from a lot of different societies, and they're very confused as to what's legit and what's not. Would you recommend that they just look out for Phi Theta Kappa?
Yes, and actually, let me tell you this, we are a state-funded state college. So anytime an organization, whether it's good or bad, asks for email addresses of students, we have to legally give them to them. So I've already received 2 notices this semester already, and we're only in January, where there have been outside groups asking for student email addresses for those not so good honor societies. The only thing that those want is typically your money, and they will usually even charge it per semester or per year. Phi Theta Kappa only has one-time fee, but you do get a lifetime of benefits, and it's the only legitimate, recognized, again, oldest and largest honor society is Phi Theta Kappa. Any of the other ones are pretty much going to be ones that just want your money.
Fantastic. So definitely be keeping an eye out for Phi Theta Kappa. They're where the benefit is. That's where you're going to find a community and a campus, welcoming environment that you can participate in during the semester. So thank you guys so much for coming on the podcast and telling us more about this really great program. Again, I highly encourage everybody to check it out. I also highly encourage everybody to check out this podcast every Tuesday and Thursday at 1 p.m. You can find all of our episodes on our Tumblr page. And then you can find them on Facebook as well, ECTC FYE or FYE Talks on Tumblr. Thank you guys, and we hope to see you again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alexis.